All right, hello and welcome. It's been a minute, right? It's been a minute, but finally we're back. AmuLIT had again a pretty good weekend this past weekend. It was, however, the breakout weekend of the Simic Urza deck, with which the guys at Team Lotus Box really kind of broke modern with. Um, however, we're gonna analyze this really quickly over here. However, one of the very few decks that made it into the top 8 besides the Simic Ursa deck, which put four copies in the top 8, we have a Grixis Shadow, an AmuLIT. Yay! And thank you so much for that sub, Malcolm. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold once again. Thank you so much for the continued support. How you guys doing? Yeah, I'm doing pretty. Still a little bit under the weather, but I had not streamed in a really long time, so I kind of wanted to do it. I was feeling the itch, and I wanted to play some AmuLIT. So as I was saying, Austin Collins, he kicked ass. He got there, top 8. All right, so let's go over his list real quick. Basically, he was playing the list that I've been streaming, basically minus the sloth plus a reclamation sage, which is a change that I already was considering, which is a change that I talked about on my last stream before this one, which was last Wednesday, I think. I talked about that change then, and then he's only playing 3 basics. And he's using the slot of the second basic for second engineered explosives. I'm not sure how much I love this. I mean, it makes sense to an extent, but I just really love 4 basics. He's also doing 3 breeding pool, 1 gemstone mine, which I don't particularly like. I think I'd rather have 2 breeding pool, 2 gemstone mine, which is actually what I'm gonna be playing today. But I like his list a lot, barring these small changes. But the main deck looks super solid. It's just very very powerful. Going into the sideboard, we have 1 explosives. The first 2 are in the main deck, which is great. I think that three explosives in the 75 is kind of a must right now. So having 2 in the main deck, 1 in the board, or 1 in the main deck, 2 in the board, it's fine. But I do really like 3 explosives overall in the 75. We have 1 excavator, 1 bailoff, 2 trackers, 2 dismember, 2 forces, and then we have a kind of like a counterspell package with 2 mystical dispute and 2 disdainful stroke. I thought this was kind of interesting. Like for a second, we were kind of moving away from counter magic, and now Austin comes back to it, and in a big way with like 4 pieces of counter magic. I'm not sure I love this. I would like to see what his thought process was. But I am like I do like the 2 disdainful strokes. I think this card is still very good. It's in a great spot. But I'm not loving the mystical disputes. Maybe he has like a really good explanation for it, but I'm not seeing it right now as it stands. Urza, yes, but even against Urza, it's like if you don't counter the Urza specifically when it comes down on turn like 3 or 4, this card is effectively dead at that point because Urza just generates so much mana with all these stupid food tokens. So I don't know how great this card actually is. I guess it's interesting though. And then we have Philadelphia Cavern of Souls as well. I kind of dig the second tracker in this current meta that we have right now. Um, I'm not sure what I would change for it, but I think that it's right now it's a solid metagame for Tireless Tracker. I think this card is in a good spot. Just kind of like bridging the gap towards your top end, drawing cards, and also drawing removal spells. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it does counter Oko, but again, if you do it on turn 2, right? Like, because Oko comes down on turn 2 now. I guess that is one of the few answers to Oko that you can have on the draw if your opponent's playing on turn 2. But honestly, I have not been losing to Oko that much. But anyway, this brings us to our list from today, for today, I guess. So I'm going to be back on a couple of breeding pools. We're going to see how this works out. I'm going to give this another shot. Black Thunder X with that tweet from sub. Welcome back for the 4th month in a row. Thank you so much for the continued support. So I'm coming back to try a little bit more with the whole breeding pool thing to try to make Castle Garenbrig a little bit better. We're gonna see how this works out. But as you can see, I'm running 29 lands today. And the only change I made from my main deck basically is, well, those breeding pools for the Gemstone Mines, and then the Sloth for the Rex Sage. Those are the only changes that I made. Rex Sage, again, the main idea is that it's an out to a main deck explosives, a main deck Snare Bridge when your opponent has a Karn in play. So that is like the main reason for Reclamation Sage, basically. And then in the sideboard, the slot that opened up, because I took out the Rex Sage, I decided to add a second Force of Vigor. This could be something else. Cosenti with that tier 1 sub, welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you so much for the support. Enjoy your emotes. And if you want to get access to the sideboard guide, you need to join my Discord account. And then you need to link your Twitch and Discord accounts, and that should be good. So yeah, so this is the list that we're going to be trying out today. You can check it out in the both the Stream Decker ! Deck list or ! Deck. And wait, is this the correct list? Yes, this is the correct list. Cool. Or you can also check it out on the screen with the Cardboard Live extension. Would you say the Karn builds are better positioned against so much Urza, or is the consistency once upon a time that much better? That's a good question, Sean. I think that Karn was worse against the PO versions of the deck. But Karn actually seems very, very, very good against this new Simic version, because it's way more mid-rangey. It really uses gets a lot of value from its artifacts. Like if Emery is not drawing a card every turn with a Mishra's Bubble, then the power of the card goes down significantly, right? And Karn basically stops that on its tracks. I don't think I can keep this. It's too slow. Missing too many pieces. This is actually a good one. I'm gonna keep it, and I'm gonna bottom this Stronghold. No more Oko. No, I didn't like Oko. I don't think it's very good. I'm gonna cast this right now because we can find a scout, which we did not because we're forever unlucky. But my opponent's an AmuLIT too. That's crazy. We're playing the mirror. Yeah, this sound is not good for the mirror. I don't think I can afford to go Squatter here, unfortunately. If my opponent has an Azusa, I'm gonna be in a really bad spot. But if I go Squatter here, then I fall too far behind. What are your thoughts on pre-draw versus post-draw? I have no idea what you would do with pre-draw, right? Because like you have less information. Why would you want to cast a card with less information? Huh, my opponent's playing main deck Tracker? I did not see that coming. So I'm thinking here because I'm not sure. I guess I do want to play out the Simic Growth Chamber instead of this other one. And the reason for that is if I draw a Tolaria West, then I basically time walk myself if I want to transmute for a Titan. So This tracker is gonna be good though. What do you think about the version without steerings and for Explorer, which perfed this weekend? I don't know. I have not tested it. I think it's a good idea and it makes a ton of sense, honestly. It's a good idea and it makes a ton of sense. However, I have not tested it, so I would just be theory crafting basically. Titan? That's not a Titan. Wow, we really whiffed this game. So this is gonna feel really, really bad. But I'm going to go squatter the Simic Chamber right now, because otherwise my opponent has a Titan coming down next turn, and I can't, like, I'm gonna die if that happens. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this right now because, excuse me, I'm gonna do this right now because otherwise it would give my opponent, free mana to crack one of their clues. So my opponent's playing like a super mid-rangey version of AmuLIT, which is very cool. This is the approach that I tried taking as soon as Summerbloom got banned. Just try to make like a super mid-rangey version of AmuLIT. It didn't work out that well for me, unfortunately. I apologize for the sounds. It's just, if you have not been able to tell, I'm not. I'm a little bit under the weather still. This has been like this for like the past week now, which is crazy. I never get this sick for this long. But this time around it did happen. Titan, there we go. Okay, so how can we win this one? We transmit for Pact of Negation, right? This is the play. Yeah, and it's not close. Yeah, I'm gonna get another Simic Growth Chamber. Like, whenever we want to start getting field rolling, it's gonna be pretty easy to get it up to speed. So I don't know. I don't know, Aaron. I assume that they have AmuLIT, but honestly, there's no way for me to know. When my opponent drew a Golos and then they played the land off the top. Did they play the Gemstone Mine off the top? I totally missed that. No, I'm gonna assume that they already played land off the top because I know that this Gemstone Mine wasn't there. This is obviously not worth countering. Now that I have this set up, still not out of the woods here though. My opponent is kind of assembling an army over there. I'm gonna have one shot at engineered explosives only, so I have to be very, very careful with what I do. Probably gonna bounce it to Luria West here. Well, now we know that they are playing AmuLIT. Yeah, so my opponent is just basically playing like a mid-range version of AmuLIT, right? I don't think it's that crazy. Well, there it is. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to counter the Titan. That's a terrible draw. So I can suicide this Titan into my opponent's board. Does that achieve anything? So I can get another Titan while I do that, but my opponent is slowly but surely accruing a ton of value. We have used our Ghost Quarter already. So we're gonna be able to transmute and cast the second Titan this turn. German Garyok with that Twitch from sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold, my friend. Thank you so much for the continued support. Worth the sub. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Glad that it's worth the sub to you. Opponent just decides to throw 2 Gracers under the bus. I'm okay with this, actually. So now we prime time. And I feel like we have to get the dance rolling. The most grateful of deads. Hop onto that dead train, you know? Start get some sumbos. Next turn we're gonna counter the Titan. I'm gonna risk it. My opponent has the cavern in hand. Good for them. Okay, so they just play the land. All right, cool. So we should be pretty good here, I think. My opponent packs in response. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. So they should not have enough mana to double Titan. He's gonna tap me out for next turn though. Okay. So they're gonna transmit for Pact of Negation here. But this is fine. Like they can pact my pact if they want to, but then their lands, like their land choices are kind of forced because they're gonna need to Vesuva to copy their garrison, and they're also going to need like they're not gonna be able to double strike. And then they're gonna need to have also make sure that they have double blue for next turn, because otherwise they just die to their own pact. Why not grab a Suva and have it copy a bounce land to bounce itself? Because I want to hold the bounce land in hand. Engineered explosives from my opponent. Okay. That's a good draw for them, for sure. Crack Clue. But now they can't Titan. What the hell is going on here? Like, do they have a Susa? So they have Titan times 2. Titan times 2 to Laria. Yeah, you're fine. You can blow up my zombies, but like you're blowing up your own clues as well. And my Titans are the thing that's killing you, not the zombies. This is very interesting. I'm a little bit surprised by what's going on here. One, two, three, four, five. Actually, we're gonna pay with this. There we go. AmuLIT? Once upon a time. I kind of want to double strike one of these titans. So we're gonna get Vesula Coping Field and Sun Home as my first two lands. And then I'm gonna get... Yeah, this seems like a good spot for us. I think my opponent is trying to like set up lethal on like a one-shot kind of deal. But I can make instant speed zombos thanks to the scout. So I should be covered for that, even with my opponent's engineered explosives on board. We're gonna get any bounce land, and I guess Tolaria West. Well, I guess I can't do it if I have to double strike. So I guess that's a fair consideration. I still think I should be okay here. Hola, Jonathan, ¿cómo andas? Jonathan. Alright, so... Which one tramples better? This one tramples better, right? So it's better for me to double strike this Titan? Yeah. Alright. So we trade with the Golos. Guess I might as well once upon a time here. Another prime time, sure, sure. Ooh, actually that was a mistake. I should have gone the Rex Age and destroyed my opponent's AmuLIT. Oof, that was bad. Yikes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. Yeah, that was kind of a mistake, honestly. I mean, we can't do that bad with another Titan, so I'm not that... I think we probably are gonna be just fine, but it's possible the Rex Age was just, like, actually better. Because it doesn't allow my opponent to use multiple... So we do this, bounce the Rot Farm, play it one more time because it's free, and then we bounce it again. Now we pass the turn. We got no packs to pay for now. They crack one clue. Now they have to pay for Pact. Then they're going to have to cast the Titan, which I'm going to counter. Slip for the other night kind of drew the nuts against you. What were you playing, Matt? Right, so now they pay for Pact. And unless they have exactly Cavernous Souls in their hand, they upkeep Pact. That's a very smart move, considering my opponent's playing Cursor, right? Like, they know that the top card is bad, so they shuffle for free, basically. Like, they know they're dead next turn, right? So they shuffle for free, basically. So here it's all about Cavern. Like, either my opponent has the Cavern, or they have a Pact of Negation, or they don't. And that's basically all that matters. Can somebody tell me how to get the cyber guide on the Discord? Cosenti, what you need to do is you need to link your Twitch and your Discord accounts. You need to go to configurations and you need to link your Twitch and your Discord. And then you just go ahead. Yeah, look at how good Rexage would have been here. And then you just also, by the way, I let this resolve because now that they have the Azusa, there's no way that Cavern even comes into the picture. Like my opponent needs to play Bounce Land 3 times in order to cast the Titan. That's the only way. What was I saying? Yeah, so you link your Twitch and your Discord account, and then after you wait a couple of hours, that will give you access to the sub-only channels. And in the sub-only channels, you're gonna find the a channel that's called Cyber Guide, and obviously in the channel that's called Cyber Guide is where you're gonna find in the pin documents you're gonna find the list. You're gonna find the Cyber Guide. Sorry, multitasking while being sick, it's a whole nother level. So I think I should have almost perfect info. So my opponent has basically 3 Titans in hand. Rexage is kind of nuts. I could play and haste another Titan. That seems good, right? So if I play a Titan, so I transmute 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Transmute, play Titan, haste it. I can still double strike. Yeah, that seems good. And I can still hold the Simic Growth Chamber in hand, which is what I want to be doing. Get the last prime time. Play this, bro. Opponent concedes. Would some of the opponent's list look bad but awesome at the same time? It's pretty sweet, right? I think that it's like a more mid-rangey kind of approach to AmuLIT. I messed around with something like that in the past. It didn't work that well for me, but maybe it's working well for my opponent. Like basically, my opponent is saying, if you're playing controller mid-range, you're not gonna be able to beat me. And if you're playing some combo deck, then here's your buy, basically. Alright, so we're gonna sideboard for the mirror. Bring 1 extra explosives, 2 dismembers, excavator. That's it. We're in the draw, so maybe we can bring. I actually wonder if my opponent is playing Cavernous Souls. They're playing a very interesting, kind of awkward list, honestly. So I'm going to think that my opponent's not playing Cavern. Fountain. I'm keeping steerings in this matchup because in this matchup, AmuLIT is extremely important. So that's why I want to maximize my chances of drawing AmuLIT. Probably plays Rurik. Yeah, but if they're bringing in Rurik against me, then they're doing it very, very wrong. I'm gonna mute for a second here. All right, that works. I think I'm gonna gather more info before I bring in the second stroke. I could definitely see my opponent not playing stuff, not playing caverns in their deck. I could also see them playing no pacts. Unkeepable hand, another unkeepable hand, incredible hand. Yeah, I guess we're gonna keep this one. So we're gonna bottom steerings, and wow, this is actually really rough because we need all of our we need every single one of our lands. I think I'm gonna bottom the Misuba. Or I could be greedy and I could assume that my opponent's gonna. Nah, I'm not. I can't do that. Yeah, let's do this. If my opponent plays a bounce land of a sloth on turn 1, I'm gonna be very, very sad. Brutal. They totally have Rex Age. Bounce land. That's not a bounce land. Holding bounce land in hand. This still doesn't guarantee Titan mana next turn, but I have to play with the cards that I'm given. You see that my opponent didn't have the bounce, and if I had left the Vesuva in hand, then we would have been able to Titan on 3. It's pretty brutal. I guess that technically allows me to Titan. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do it. I have to go squatter my own T-West. This is like the worst. This is the worst thing ever. This sucks so much. This sucks so much. This is awful. This is so awful. But turn 3 Titan is turn 3 Titan. Turn 3 Titan is turn 3 Titan. So we can't transmute. Since we can't transmute and we can't go squatter because everything went terrible. Hey Scott, how you doing? Everything is awful. So I can't. Like, even if my opponent plays a Titan, can't they even stabilize? If they haste or if they have an amulet, then they can. Actually, I think that if they have an amulet, they are going to end up ahead. It's quite possible, actually. But if I untap, I can pact for Raminap and go score them to death. Go squatter them to death, which sounds pretty enticing. I think I'm just gonna go with Simic T West, and I'm going to leave the T West in play because my opponent does not know that I have a pact in hand. So maybe they will go ahead and they will go squatter my T West to stop my Titan chain, and then we just get him. We just get him. All right, we got a Titan. Go. You see, my opponent read the guide. Good job, opponent. Good job, opponent, on reading the guide. They should have probably. Thought you're gonna draw step, destroy my Slayer Stronghold? No. Okay. Here my opponent can go score to my garrison, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, Scott, I'm going to San Diego on Thursday. I have to play gigs on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Summoner's Pact. Primeval Titan? Question mark? Oh yeah, they can't have Pact of Negation, right? So we're gonna do Field of the Dead. I guess I should have played the basic first, right? That's my bad. I don't think it's gonna matter. Like, now that this has resolved, world is my oyster kind of deal. They're probably gonna like double strike. Like, I could ram it up here if I wanted to. I feel like I do, right? Yeah, I do. I definitely do. So we transmute. We have no more gemstone mines, which is abysmal. Summoner's Pact for Excavator. Excavate. Get back Stronghold. Paste Primetime. Scrutus McGee, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Very appreciated. Yep. That is it. So now we attack, we double strike the big Titan, and we have a lethal. GG's OP. Yeah, my opponent was playing a very interesting version of the deck. It was very cool. Kind of like mono mid range. Continue the great AmuLIT content. Thank you, Scrotus. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Scott. I mean, if you ever want to come over to one of the shows that I play over there, all you need to do is just like message me or something, and I can put you in the guest list. You can bring the wife, have a night out. It needed more Sahelis, right? The meme was not strong enough. Is that what you're saying? What would you say is the number one first thing to learn with Titan? Take your time. That's the number one thing. Take your time. Think about your lines. Think multiple turns ahead. That is the number one thing to think about with AmuLIT. If you're just autopiloting, then you're gonna be doing a lot of losing. I mean, I have to keep this hand. This hand is kind of the nuts if it sees a Titan off the top. So are we officially off of Oko? I was never in Oko, so yeah. I mean, I guess you can say that I'm off Oko because I've never been into Oko in the first place. That's a once upon a time. It would have been nice to have been drawn the turn earlier. Now that I'm looking 10 cards deep, should I be greedier? I think I'm not gonna. So I'm gonna be playing the castle first, and I'm going to stir. There's what I'm looking for. And then I'm gonna play Simic Growth. And this is the awesome thing about Once Upon a Time that I really undervalued at first, is the fact that you can do this kind of plays. So now I know that I'm not gonna find neither a Titan nor I'm not gonna be finding neither a Titan nor a bounce land. So now I can actually play accordingly, and I know that I have to bounce my Simic Growth Chamber. I definitely undervalue the power of the instant speed in Once Upon a Time when I was doing my initial analysis. So Titan off the top? That's not a Titan. That's also not a Titan. At least we're going to get to transmute for a Titan this turn, which is certainly good. Play Asusa, play... gemstone. I guess burning pool would have been better. It hides a little bit of information, but that's about it. It might not be worth doing. I'm pretty sure this Azusa is gonna die, so I'd rather just maximize my own board mana. Alright, OP, do your worst. I'm not blocking here, by the way. I want my opponent to use the spell in order to kill this Azusa. Otherwise, this Azusa is gonna. Otherwise, this Azusa is gonna. So basically, that Azusa, it gave me 1 extra life. Okay. Here's my prime time. So I'm gonna go up to 13. My opponent can EOT bolt me. I would go down to 8. I should still be fine though, right? So I can play Breeding Pool here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, leave red floating. Yeah, this should be good. Green, but play prime time. We don't need to pay for Pact. That should be easy to achieve. My opponent has main deck Path, good for them. They don't have Path. Just want to get that sweet F6 value. I respect that. I do respect that. We're definitely getting Fountain. We're going to go up to 10. And I think I'm going to go with Tolaria West. I could also field. I think that if my opponent uses 2 bolts to kill my Titan, then I'm probably winning that game anyway. So I'd rather guarantee the next Titan. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I had enough mana to transmute and cast Titan on the same turn, so my opponent was very dead there. Burn. Playing against Burn. Side out. Bog. A couple of steerings. Yeah, this is a mulligan. If this were an Azusa, I might keep this hand, but it's at prime time, so I'm not gonna. Well, this is a nice hand. This is a real nice hand. I dig this hand a lot. I'm gonna keep. Now, what we bottom is a good question, though. I think I bottom the Azusa. Yeah, I think bottoming the Azusa is correct there. Because if they kill my scout and my first play is a turn 3 Azusa, I'm probably gonna die anyway. Now I of course feel very sad, but I mean I couldn't have known that I was gonna draw a prime time off the top, right? We're not playing queen anymore because we have access to field. Yes, precisely. Well, that's a strong draw from my opponent. Summoner's Pact. Yep. Combination of very good draw from my opponent and very weak draw for me. It's not looking good here. I'm gonna be forced to chump. 4 gobos? That's so insane. And not a single draw, not a single land drawn. This is brutal. This is brutal. Wow. Yeah, I mean, this will happen sometimes, I guess. Your opponent has the 4 Goblin Guy draw, and you just never find the second land, the third land, I mean. Yeah, we're dead. We have no outs now, right? I'm gonna go up to 7. Chomp one of these and any card. My opponent's been missing land drops too. Yeah, so we're just gonna concede. I'm not even gonna show them the Bailoff. That's like the nut draw against AmuLIT, basically. If you're a burn player and you have like 4 creatures on turn 3 on the play, that's the nut draw. That's what you want to see against AmuLIT. Won a pretty big tournament this past weekend. Castle was great. Was insane. Oko Vermeer. Yeah, Cloud Scraper. That basically sums up how I feel about those cards. Variance. Yeah, I mean, we could have also found one of our explosives, right? And then my opponent's draw becomes terrible, but that wasn't the case. And I don't think it's worth bringing in the 3rd explosives in this matchup. I think 2 is fine. If this were a gemstone mine, this would be a snap keep. Do we keep it anyway? Yeah, I guess we do. I don't think it's worth taking the 2 damage. My opponent is so good at drawing Goblin Guides. I've faced turn 1 Goblin Guide literally every single game, right? Second AmuLIT. Okay, I can get into this. Castle. AmuLIT. So we have Titan mana next turn if my opponent doesn't kill this AmuLIT. We have Titan mana, I mean. Yeah, so now we have lethal, I think. Yep. Castle. Castle Garenbrig. OP. Reclamation Sage of the top. Sounds good. This is the power of Castle. This is why we play the card, people. This is why we play the card. That's kind of nuts, to be honest, right? Isn't that like super nuts? How awesome is this? Opponent's completely tapped out. So we can safely go for the combo. $20, yeah. Let's do Sun Home. Float. Double strike. Kill ya. Got him. The superior deck won. The superior deck emerged victorious. Alright, looking good. No Oko, no Probo. I mean, we have not had Oko for a while, and we've never had a problem anyway, so... I don't think Oko is very good in AmuLIT. Maybe I am wrong, but... Like, when I did test it, I was not impressed. Alright, let's go. So if this finds a green source, this hand is excellent. Okay. I'm down. I'm down for the test. The greed. Excuse me for a second here. Oh, what? Oh, okay. So we're playing against the menace, the Oko. There it is. We're playing against Urza Oko deck. Yep. Got an Emery. All right. I'm gonna start here. So I can play a second scout. I could play a second scout here. I was really looking for a Bojuga Bog there, to be honest. I could play out a second scout here if I wanted to. I think I'm not gonna though, because I can transmute for Bog next turn, and I don't want to expose my thing into unopposing explosives. However, if they have Oko, then I would like to be able to pressure it. Now they could also have Ursa here if they have any land. Yeah, well, there we go. So this is basically best case scenario, right? Like my opponent uses their mana. So I guess that the correct thing to put here into play is going to be a Vesua. They let me untap? What are you doing, opponent? I'm very surprised by that. This is confusing. Okay. So I guess we just transmute for Pact of Negation now. Pass the turn. Why didn't they crack the explosives on their own end step? By being scared of the amulet, they're gonna die to the Titan. So they get back the bubble. That's basically the power of Embry right there. It's just like the fact that they get to do this thing. It basically draws 2 cards every turn. That's what it effectively does. Opponent still doing nothing. I am perplexed by what's going on over there. They can cryptic me here. Just backed it. Counter. Would like my Titan to resolve, please. Now we field bog them. And now my opponent has multiple things that they need to start answering. I just need to make sure that I that I can pay for my pack next turn, which should be easy thanks to this Vistula. Should have killed this guy a while ago now, OP. 6, 7, 8, 9. Why for Pact and not for Cavern? Good question, Edubase. The answer for that is that I didn't know if my opponent had Cryptic Command or they have the Urza in hand. Because if they are playing an Urza, I'm probably countering it right there. So that is the reason why. Aether Spellbomb is kind of annoying, but not that much, though. Like, Oko would have been much more annoying than, than Aether Spellbomb. End of turn. Susa copy this. Get another Sombo. I'm gonna bounce this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Blue, blue, and this. Green source, please. That doesn't count as a green source, unfortunately for me. So they're probably gonna bounce here. Okay. Oops, I misclicked. I did want to attack there. So I'm gonna start getting zombies anyway. Yeah, I should have definitely attacked. I even had like the garrison to. Oh yeah, that was so bad. Gross. All right. Moving on. Another Emery. Sounds good. They literally know about the Bochuka Bog in my hand. Did set up field against Sen in the top 8, and I think costing him the game. He told me on Twitter that field should never be relevant, and these two versions. Yeah, Cloud Scraper. I think that it's. Huh. So they're gonna go get Thopter Foundry. Yeah, so I think I want to activate now. It's amazing how my opponent did not kill this scout while they had the chance. And this scout buried them so much. Like this scout did so much this game. It's crazy. My opponent had the explosives on one the entire freaking game, and they just were never able to leverage it. Answering your question, Klaus Scrapers, I do agree with Austin in that it is Field of the Dead is never relevant against Urza decks. This is a very different Urza deck, though. Like, very different. So it is actually quite relevant against this version of the deck. Okay, so 1, 2. Oh, we have Sage. We can also pact for Sage here. So we're certainly casting Titan to begin things. So 1, 2, 3. They could have Metallic Rebuke or something like that, but it doesn't really matter, right? Like, they don't have Cryptic Mana up, which is the only thing that matters. Yeah, this doesn't matter, as I was saying earlier. So 1, 2, 3. Do I care about hasting here? I kind of do care about hasting. White, red. Yes. I love how much work this card did. It's awesome. I definitely want to have access to a T-West. So ball is in hand, turf, and Sunhome. Or double bounce land. Yeah, let's do this. Get a cavern to make sure. I don't need to, honestly. Like, they have one more Cryptic, because I exiled 2 already, so they have one more Cryptic that they can use one time. That's pretty much it. Explosives on 1. How much work did this scout do? Holy crap. They can't replay it with the Emery because that's a no-go. That's fine. You're just dead on board, opponent. What are you doing? Yeah, I mean, I guess I have an elk now, but you have dead. Unless they have another explosives, I guess. Still doesn't do it. Come on, opponent. Alright. So if they do have a counter spell, then I'd rather a cryptic in hand, then I'd rather them do this. So I'm gonna attack all of them at them. Sure, make more blockers. It doesn't matter. We still have the double strike, and we still have the +2/+0. So as is, this is lethal already, right? This is 10-12. Okay. Take 12. Yeah, I didn't get why my opponent just didn't concede. Anyway, so this is the plan that I've been using in this matchup. Let me find it. If you give me a second. There. Alright, we want camera, we want field. We want 1 explosives, 2 strokes, 3 dismember, 1 tracker, and 2 forces. Then the cards we take out: Ghost Squatter, Rot Farm, Fountain, Forest, 2 scouts, 1 pact, couple of steerings, 1 amulet, 1 once upon a time. Easy. You can always get Sun Instant Speed on play scout anytime. Know if the scout dies, which is what ended up happening. I somehow kind of like this hand. I think I'm gonna keep it. We're super heavy on interaction. Okay, that's a terrible draw. I'm human here. I'm gonna pass the turn. No need to play this out until we have gathered more info. That's a good draw. Holding up this member seems relevant, so that's why I didn't play the Simic Growth. It's gonna delay our Azusa for 1 extra turn, but I think that's okay. We're kind of playing like the control game here. Maybe I could have even dropped explosives on 0. That's an Astral Wave. Got it. Still no need to cast it once upon a time. Now there's kind of a need to cast once upon a time. This is gonna eat a counter spell? Well, that's great. Awesome. So now I can play my land. And I don't need to go to this card. How great is this? Now that this member is less likely. Gundog with that Twitch from sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you so much for the continued support. 10 months. That's a really long time. That's a very long time. Urza. Trigger on the stack, we're gonna dismember. And the reason to do trigger on the stack is they don't have cryptic mana now. They have rebuke mana, but that's fine. We don't care that much about the construct, it just dies to this explosive that we have in hand, so. No cryptic mana for you, my friend. Hmm. I wonder if we blow this up on 0. I kind of like it, honestly. Okay. Now we just need to draw a Titan, and we even have packed mana if we need to. If we draw a Titan, the game ends immediately, though, which is nice. Never lucky. Never lucky. Yeah, I'm gonna pass the turn without doing anything, which might seem weird, but I have Tireless Tracker in my deck. And if I draw Tracker, I want to make sure it's uncounterable first of all, and second of all, I want to have a bounce line in hand so I can start accruing value. How was my off time? Terrible. I'm very sick still, Gandog. So I'm gonna do a very short stream today. Probably only a single league, but yeah, I'm just pretty sick, which sucks. It's gonna be a wasted cryptic. I'm into that. I guess it's not so wasted if they get it back for free. So there's that. Good. Something good, please. No, I actually should have baited without. Yeah, that was a mistake. Actually, I should have baited without the cavern. That was bad. I literally don't. I want my Azusa to get countered. So, oh yeah. So my opponent's a mono cryptics apparently. Oh, we're for 2. That's fine. So they shuffled away their cryptic? Wait, what? They put the cryptic on top, right? And then they weird end of turn, so they shuffled away their own cryptic? I am really confused right now. Nice. Let's name Giant here. Let's get the ball rolling, shall we? So I can force a cryptic tap here, which I think is cool, actually. I think I'm into it. Drawing the log doesn't do anything, which is just so hot. Drawing the log not doing anything is basically just like Hansel, you know? So hot right now. So this is only bad if my opponent has... What? That's the wrong mode, my friend. They should have tapped and drawn and then hope that they find exactly Oko. But by tapping and bouncing, yeah, that's not correct. Like original PlayStation. Oh yeah, this was a gift of one of my best friends. He got it from Poland, actually. Mystic Sentry for Cryptic, probably. For where? We don't have Pact anymore. Yeah, for Cryptic. Okay. So yeah, Seal the Last card in hand is also Cryptic. Setiverio Jr., thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold, my friend. Hope you're enjoying the content, and you can get access to the sweet emotes now. So make sure you spam them accordingly, and by accordingly I mean consistently and obnoxiously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Prime time is in. Prime time came back home and he's been drinking. Prime time is home and he's been drinking. I think I kind of punted there. I should have actually played the Sage first. No, they got the Cryptic on top. They didn't get the. So we should be fine. I think I want to do Field plus. So they're going to Cryptic tap and draw. Yeah, Field plus Bog sounds good. Or Field plus T-West. No, but Bog stops the Embry value, so I'm into Bog for sure. And since I cannot afford to get a bounce land here. But by doing this, now my opponent's going to be tapping my team with their hand, their Cryptic in hand, and they have another Cryptic on top. Sage can... What? They don't? Alright, so my opponent is really dead now. So let's do Simic Growth and Sanctuary? This allows me to keep a bounce in hand. And also debug them. So I know that they draw in a Cryptic. I know that they're drawing a Cryptic. So I guess I want to Sage this right now. Because the only backdoor way that I can see myself losing this game is if my opponent... Oh, they're going to sack stuff to it? Yeah, you probably don't want to do that, huh? I guess... Oh, the sack itself makes sense. Well, you again. How many things can you answer to opponents? We know that their top card is a Cryptic Command, which is basically going to buy them one turn. Make a food and crack it. Alright. So their hand is Cryptic Command. I love how the Embry can't even get value because Bog is just so awesome. Best thing that we could draw here is probably a Tireless Trucker. Tap and draw, but we cannot get comboed out, so I think I'm going to be holding this in hand. And I'm not going to bulk here because my opponent can go get another Mystic Century if they want to. And if they don't have any more Mystic Centuries, then they just punt it and they should have bounced their own Mystic Century there, maybe? But then they're basically... Like, they get on a loop, I guess. And then we eventually are going to draw a Disdainful Stroke, and then we can break the loop. Love your videos, like your... Oh, sweet, 0+. Welcome to the stream. Glad that you've been enjoying the vids. I don't know what my opponent is trying to draw this one. Maybe Oko or something? More Cryptics? How many Cryptics do they have left? Two. Okay. Moxobol probably not gonna cut it, huh? Tracker? Tracker. Or the Disdainful Stroke, I guess. I guess my opponent just didn't want to see. 3 and oh, baby. Rakdos Charm seems good against her field plan. That's hilarious. Man, Rakdos Charm. It's been a minute since I've seen that one. I'm running out of water over here. This is her current list. Sick and everything. Still smashing. But yeah, so you saw how different the matchup plays against the Simic deck versus the Urza decks. They're like the 4-color decks that we have seen in the past. So my sideboarding definitely reflects that. I actually made a new video. I am creating a Patreon page, and I created this a new video series called AmuLIT Deep Dives. And in this video series, what I'm doing is I'm basically going pretty in depth into very specific matchups, and not only talking about like how to sideboard and that kind of stuff, but also how to approach the matchup, what cards matter, which cards you can probably ignore, how these different cards matter, and yeah, and also potential cards that you could use if you wanted to improve that specific matchup if you're trying to like target something more specifically. And that's gonna be exclusive for my patrons. Whenever I want to make sure that I have some actual content in there, and then I'm going to release in the Patreon page. I think there's no need for me to Once Upon a Time on one, so I'm just gonna go with this and pass. So this hand has a Titan and it has an Azusa, so that's why I kept it. It also has some cantripping and stuff. So did I try in Oko Super Access? I really want to buy them for this deck. Yeah, and Ubasabe, yeah, you can check out the Oko videos in my YouTube channel. I streamed with it twice. I wasn't sold on it. I didn't really like it. Let me know if you want to help make it. Oh, sweet, Andy. Appreciate it. So now I am actually using Once Upon a Time, and the reason for that is that I would need to like I can actually find something that speeds me up. For example, this forest here, which I'm interested in finding. Sure. I still don't know what I'm facing here. Black green. So like jump. Yeah, it is jump. Well, this hand is excellent against jump. This hand is actually kind of just like the nuts against jump. My opponent's gonna kill my Azusa. I'm not gonna care whatsoever. It's gonna be great. Liliana. That's a Liliana. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think we just discard a Simic Growth here. And then we kind of just win next turn. Primeval Titan. Cast it. Field of the Dead. Plus literally any other land. Like a Burning Pool, maybe? I do have that look, so I guess I'm going to just get it to Larry West, actually. Are you liking the Burning Pool better than before? No, I'm just trying it out. I'm not sold on it yet. Maybe it is just better. Master Pools. I mean, that's pretty good for them. That's what they needed. What they needed to have. Now, whether it's going to be enough or not, that's a different question. But Actually, let me think for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess it's better for me just to play my land. Get my zombie. And I guess I want to discard the forest to Liliana. On next turn I can just transmute and play the Titan on the same turn. Trophy my Field of the Dead. Sounds good. Alright. My opponent's fighting the fight, but my opponent is fighting the fight. Not gonna matter at all. Garrison Stronghold, Bound Stronghold, play, paste. Stream of Titans never stops. During this, we're gonna see the ultimate guide. Do I need to do anything? Yes, Seti Verio, you need to wait. It updates every couple of hours, and after a couple of hours, your name will become red, which means that you're a subscriber, and also you will you will get access to the sub-only channels. So you just have to wait a couple of hours. Easy. Apologize for the coughing and all that stuff. As you can see, unfortunately, I'm not feeling my best, but just couldn't help it. I just had to stream some AmuLIT, you know? Signing out all scouts. Pact of negation, 1 pact, 1 steerings. I'm gonna try to not die, Edu. I'm gonna try my best to not die, but no guarantees. Not guarantees. This hand is excellent. Like, this is what you want to see against John. Like, your hand's gonna get shattered to pieces anyway, so... Hmm. Well, you don't field here, because if my opponent wants to Inquisition my steerings away, that's exactly the card that I want them to take anyway, so... That is potentially problematic. I would have really liked to see this is bad. I would have really liked to see Dismember off the top there or something like that. 2 Asusas going to the bottom, so if my opponent has an Inquisition here, that's going to be very, very good for them. So I really hope they don't have an Inquisition. Or Thoughtseize for that matter. Damn it. They should definitely take the Asusa. Oh, thank you, Thrash. I really appreciate it. I could pack for Asusa here. That makes it go for 5-6. And I die to Fulminator. I'm not gonna be able to raise this Goif though, so I think I have to. Especially because I know that the likelihood of me drawing an Azusa is very, very, very slim because I already bottom two of them. So, but yeah, I die to a bunch of things here. Yeah, that doesn't really matter anymore. I do die to a bunch of things here. Damping Sphere kills me. Fulminator. Yeah, that I guess that also kills me. Doubling up on the clock also probably kills me. Yeah, this is all pretty good, opponent. Good job. Titan? That's not a Titan. It is a Titan with delay. So I can transmute for EE on 2. Yep, 1 mana short. Alright, let's go to the next game. Second Goif was too much. We would have probably beaten the first Goif and the Liliana, but the second one was too much. If we had not already drawn an explosives, would have been fine, obviously, but C'est la vie. I like this hand too. I also just noticed that the Rex Sage is in my deck. It shouldn't be. Oh, because I used my yikes. That was bad. I used the sideboard guide from my previous list. That's brutal. Solid draw, solid draw. Okay, okay. So I'm expecting my opponent to be on mono fulminators over there. Hopefully they kill Asusa now with the trigger on the stack. Yes. Good, good, good. Good evening, Asgard. How you doing? Inquisition. Sure. Should I even play this out? I guess I hold it in hand. It doesn't do anything anymore, so. Something good. Now I'm actually playing out the Asusa because hopefully my opponent will minus Liliana instead of plussing. Things are not looking good though, unless I draw a Titan off the top, and in which case the game immediately ends. But if I don't find a Titan in like 1 or 2 turns, then I'm gonna be in trouble. Breeding Pool looking pretty bad here compared to Gemstone. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Sing me sweet nothings about why we love AmuLITING. Remind me that my loyalty to the deck has been right all along for a year. Nice. So I guess Leona's gonna plus now. That sucks. I wish I could sing Iron. Unfortunately, I can't. Ah! That is so bad too, because now if I do draw a Titan, I think I don't play this. Is it crazy that I don't want to play this? Because this means that I can't get value from Field of the Dead. Like, this is a horrendous draw. If it were any non-repeated bounce land, it would be fine. But since it's the bounce land I already have in play, I'm just gonna die to this Liliana. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna play it. What's my favorite Pioneer deck up to now? Black Green Scales is pretty sweet, and Mono Green Devotion is the one that I've had the most success with. This is the side deck is with both once upon a time a card in the main deck. Thoughts about that playing? Sometimes feel like only being able to kill through. Yeah, this is just brutal. Alright, like the deck just did not cooperate. But we can't beat like the old plus a clock. We could have beaten either, but not both. Wow, we were not seeing the Titan for a while. Alright, it's gonna happen sometimes. Variance is a cruel mistress. Yeah, I mean, I did play both Karn and Once Upon a Time in the main deck in the past. Only being able to kill through Titans is a little clunky and it feels kind of weird for me. I disagree entirely. I disagree so much. Like, killing with Titans is what the deck is about. That is like saying that you're upset that, like the way that we kill with Titans is what makes the deck great. But like, you need to resolve a Titan to win, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. Prefer bounce over the forest in play, right? No, I don't, Asgard. I already explained why. Because I want to make sure that if I cast a Titan, I get value from the field of data that I already have in play. That allows me to do multiple things at the same time. So no, I think it's correct to not play that bounce land there. If it were any other bounce land, then yes, obviously. But being a bounce land that we already have a copy of, that means I'm not going to be able to trigger Field of the Dead. Being the other way to kill? I mean, you can kill with... why would you want to kill with anything but Primeval Titans? Hey, we're playing against John. He's another streamer, please. He basically only plays Mono Blue Tron. This hand is not very good against Mono Blue Tron. I'm gonna keep this, but I'm not happy about this keep. I'm keeping the second T-West because... keeping the second T-West because it's my second blue source in order to transmit for Cavern of Souls. I really need an Azusa or something like that. This is brutal. At this point, I need to cast it Once Upon a Time because I want to find at least the greens. Wow, we bottomed the cavern. Yikes! This hand is so brutal in so many different ways. Like, I really want to get the gemstone mine here, and I really want to get the cavern. I think I'm gonna get the cavern actually, and I also really want to get the Azusa. You sound like in a cold. Oh, yeah, I'm very sick actually. I've been very sick for the past week. That's why I didn't stream yesterday. They're gonna remand these steerings, and I'm gonna be the saddest person ever. They are. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be cutting it short today, unfortunately, because I'm honestly kind of feeling like crap right now. Get another remand. They don't. This allows me to steerings twice in the same turn. Ha! That's actually not a bad pickup, because now this threatens my opponent to not be able to do anything next turn because they can get tightened. Oof, third's so good right here. Thirst is so good right now. That was their turn to thirst. That's so good for my opponent. Thoughts on Oko in the cyber? I don't like it, Aston. I tried it. I was not a fan. You can watch out my Oko streams in my YouTube channel if you're interested in seeing some gameplay. Basically, it was never really relevant. Dr. Jack, I don't think that this is bad Tron, honestly. I think this deck is much better than people give it credit for. Wow, they're tapping out. Interesting. For a Chalice. Okay, so my opponent was feeling like they were kind of screwed, and they needed to get a little bit lucky in order to win this one. So I respect that. It makes sense to me. Hmm. So my opponent is kind of forced to play a Snare Bridge next turn. So I think I'm going to get Ghost Squatter. And we can't pact. Huh. That is annoying. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get Ghost Squatter and Field of the Dead. Oh no, I should have gotten a second blue source. That's so bad because I can. Oh no, I can't explosives. There's a card in play. Duh. So I basically have to naturally draw my Rex Sage. Whoops. Well, I guess Bridge when my opponent has 8 cards in hand is not that good, huh? No, I can't because there's a card in the Great Creator in play. The funny thing is my opponent has 6 cards in hand. Oh, Relic? Ha! They're emptying their hand. That's very smart. That's very, very smart. Okay. Gemstone Mine. So, let's see how they scribe. One bottom, one top. So I need to answer this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's gonna yield me some Sombos. Plant token would be nice. Yeah, plant token would be nice. So I only have one land drop, so I cannot play this to enable Stronghold and also Stronghold to get one of the zombies with haste. So I'm gonna have to go a different route. So next turn we can transmute if we need to. Whoa, 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 whoa. Drop step, drop step, drop step. Oof, dodge one there. Also, my opponent kept a card on top. This was a mistake. I should have main faced the Ghost Quarter. I let them draw a card that they put on top. That's certainly a mistake. I was kind of autopiloting. I didn't stop to think about that. Pedro, thank you so much for that Twitch sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you for the support. Yeah, my opponent is probably gonna discard multiple cards, just so I don't answer the card. They play their land in that Urza's Tower, and they need to play 3 cards from their hand this turn for me to not kill the card. Once I kill the card, things become a little bit easier. Because I can explode away the Instant Bridge. I could go score myself for more tokens, yeah, but why? I don't care about the amount of tokens. I just need one of these tokens to get through because I'm trying to kill the card. Once I kill the card, then the big problem chances disappears. I would kind of need to answer this Academy Ruins though. I guess I can just bog the Instant Bridge. But I need to be able to activate explosives in order to win this game. You can't stopping me from that. Alright. Talisman, that's bad for me. Alright, first things first. With all creatures, Karn the Great Creator. Karn down. Transmute. 4 explosives. I guess I get explosives for 0. Because this plays around remand. If I play an explosives for 3, and my opponent plays a second, and they remand it, and they play a second card, well, I guess I can do both actually. So let's do both. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. So if this goes through, then we should be good. And if they remand this, which they're probably going to, if they remand this, oh, they have the talisman. So they can like make me try to pay 2? Oh, this is brutal. I didn't think about the talisman. So then I won't have enough mana. Condescend for 0. Okay. Yes, I'd like to pay 0. Wow, my opponent did not see the line. They could have condescended for 2. That means I don't have enough mana to crack it this turn. Which means that if they condescend and they play a land, 1 bottom, 1 top. Okay. So now we're going to cast it for 1 with 0 colors. This will blow up the chalice. And then I can pact for Sage. That was a crazy stack, kind of. Try 1 Blossom for the second castle, being good for me because lots of current bridge and melee mages on my LGS. I mean, if that's what your LGS gets asks for you to do, then 100% agree. So they go for cards, so I need to crack this in response. Chalice blown up. And now the one of main deck Reg Sage. And we can even make it encounter, which is nice. We can transmute for a second pact if my opponent manages to counter the first one. So I'm pretty sure, moderately confident that we got this one. Moderately confident. Not like overly confident, but moderately confident. And I'm going to need to destroy the Academy Ruins before I do any of this, because otherwise my opponent's going to be able to bring their Snare Bridge back. Yeah, they can Academy Ruins if they want to, but like I don't care about the chalice anymore, right? I care about the Snare Bridge. Alright, so these things one step at a time. Step number 1. Let's do this. And this is because if I destroy the bridge and they put it back on top, then I'm actually screwed. Alright, so they do bring back the chalice. I wonder if they shuffle now. If they don't shuffle, I get them, which it would be great. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they only have 8 mana. They choose to not shuffle. That's awesome. Pact. Reclamation Sage. They only have 1 blue mana up, so I'm not worried about anything. This is why the Sage is in the main deck. This is why the Sage is in the main deck. So I'm gonna go with both at Karn. Because I want to get it off the battlefield, obviously. Bojuku Bog. Stronghold. This has been kind of a great game, honestly. Turf. And I guess I can get double Simic here. This allows me to bounce Bog. That allows me to have a bounce land in hand. So Karn down. Oh, that's right. Brutal. So I guess if their last card in hand is another Karn, then I kind of lose. So if their last card in hand is exactly Karn the Great Creator, I guess they have two cards, two draws towards Karn. Because one of their draws is going to be a Chalice, so I guess they have one draw towards Karn. It's two cards down. Nice. Got there. Sick game. Sick game. Really enjoyed that one. Blue Tron. One Cavern. One Field. Two Stroke. One Ramming Up. Tracker. Force. Force. So one Castle. One Forest. One Fountain. One Pact. Two Steerings. Yep, there you go. I think it's correct to side out the explosive. It's just one of those things that I'm. It's so bad with Karn the Great Creator. And I'm bringing in two Forces of Vigor. So, it's a little bit rough. Okay. Yeah, I can get on with this. We have Titan mana, we have Ramp. Hopefully we have a Titan too. Yeah, Hatsu, but I know, but it's just like my opponent is playing a deck that kind of like is a little bit almost centered around Crown the Great Creator, so since I'm bringing in Forces of Vigor, right? So it's not like I have no outs Chalice. I just have better outs to Chalice, basically. That's potentially a pretty good draw. Oh, no, I'm dumb. Yes, I should have cast it once over the time first. You guys are not crazy. That was the correct play. I just didn't do it for whatever reason. Brutal. Brutal. So brutal. We're gonna see what they do end step. Sure. Alright, so they're holding up mana. Don't tell them that this was in our opening hand, please. Don't tell them that I punted super hard and I should have been able to cast this for free. Hopefully this doesn't get countered, it gives us info. because I kind of would not like to kill this gemstone in order to play a Suicide 3, but if my opponent does answer this, yeah, if they tap out, I kind of have to. Because I don't have a cavern, so. Okay, that's not bad actually. That makes me feel much less bad about this situation. Dealing with Tracker, and I play my land first, obviously, to play around Condescent. Tracker should start giving me some reasonable amounts of value. What am I really thinking about this one? They remand. Now that they remanded, I think I actually want to resolve the excavator. Yep. I think that the excavator is going to be more important actually than the tracker itself. Field of Ruin. Not looking great in this board state, huh? Great creator. If they ban us for anything, I get to answer it. So they kind of need to plus on the map and sacrifice the map. It feels like all the outcomes are just terrible outcomes from my opponent. The tracker train's about to leave the station. Poggers. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is just so much for my opponent to keep up with. This is great. So, let's think. So I can go squatter my own land, go squatter my gemstone, get a forest. This floats to red. I replay gemstone, replay ghost squatter. Then I tap 1, 2, 3. So I just need to find one bounce land. Yeah, this is good stuff. This is just good value. Forest. Trae Young has had enough. They're like, yep, they're the only way that they made that play is if they have the prime time in hand. So I'm not gonna beat that. So they just gave up. All right, 80%, as promised. As promised, 80% win rate. The outcome we're accustomed to at this point. Yeah, so I had to. What I was trying to do is like my line allowed me to only get one bounce line, which lets me get Field of the Dead rolling. So by ghost quartering myself and then replaying the gemstone mine as the other colored source, and I allowed myself to get bounce line plus field, and then I still am able to haste easily. But I can also just go at my. I can start going wide with Field of the Dead. So that's why I think that my line was better than the two bounce line. Yes, that was the easy line basically. But consider that I have Raminap and Asusa going, my line allowed me to cover more bases basically. All right, yeah, this is actually super sweet. I played 2 leagues with this list. I 3-2 once because I missequenced my lands, and then against Dredge, and then I lost. I can't remember what I lost against. And then I played another league which I 4-1 because in the first round I conceded to another player. So I split. They wanted to get the 5-0 and they got paired against me when it was my round one. So I split with them. So I conceded to them when they had a mule to 4 with their crab mine deck. For one that nice future opponents' information, they were trying. Indeed, indeed. But yeah, so this is the list that I would play. Again, main deck Rex Sage is huge against specifically Karn, the Great Creator. But playing this card makes our mid range matchup a little bit worse, because we were playing Sloth otherwise, right? But considering what the meta looks like right now, I think that main deck Rex Sage is in a very good spot, and I would recommend it going forward, at least for now. But yeah, this list is gasoline. So I'm gonna cut it short today again. As you can see, I'm pretty sick still, but hopefully by tomorrow I will feel a little bit better. If I don't feel that much better, I'm gonna do the same thing I did today, just like a very short stream. But hopefully I do feel okay, and we can go for like 2 leagues like we often do. Considering I've been like this for like a week already, I doubt that I will be great by tomorrow. But we can always hope. But in any case, thank you so much for hanging out here. We have basically 100 viewers right now, so I really appreciate all of you being here. If this is the first time catching the stream, my name is Francisco. We stream a lot of AmuLIT in this channel. We did a little incursion in Pioneer the previous week, which was also pretty exciting. But yeah, this is mostly an AmuLIT stream, and I'm happy to call it the AmuLIT stream. If you would like to help support the stream, you can subscribe. You can use that link. You can also just follow. Following is free, obviously. But if you subscribe, you get access to these 3 sweet emotes, as well as access to the sub-only channels in my Discord, where you can find the cyber guide for AmuLIT that I write and I upload and I update consistently. So those are the Discord links for you. If you would like to check my previous streams and some other exclusive content as well, you can go to YouTube. That's my YouTube channel right there. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I always post when I'm going live and different other news and stuff. If you're planning on buying any paper cards, you can actually support the stream for free if you're buying from tcgplayer.com. And all you need to do is you need to use this link that you see on screen right now. And if you use that link, you simply then go ahead and you just buy your cards like you would. And but you will be supporting the stream for free as well at no extra cost to you. So that's a very, very sweet promo that we have going on in the stream. And finally, if you would like to donate to the stream, donations are always very, very welcome. And with a donation of $15 or more, I will play any list of your choosing live here on stream. Thank you, NJK. All right, let's see somebody play Modern. Yama's playing Modern. All right. Oh, actually, Trayon is streaming. That's crazy. Yes, I'm gonna give a host to Trayon. I do like his stream. He's very like thorough when he talks and explains like the reasons why he does stuff. Is good to see. All right, Trey. on MTGO. All right, sweet. So hopefully you enjoy his stream, and if not, I will be back tomorrow either with a short league or hopefully a longer league. But yeah, thank you very much for being here. Have an amazing rest of the day. Bye bye.